Fighters, Rustmarrow here, and today we're going to be opening Trial Deck Ibuki Kouji. Here we have the usual start guide and playmat. As I'm sure most of you guys already know, this Trial Deck brings the much awaited Link Joker clan to the Vanguard V Series, which is something I've been really looking forward to, so let's get right into it. Starting off, we have the boss of this deck, the Docking Deletor Greion. On Vanguard Counterblast 2, delete your opponent's Vanguard. Now, I don't think I need to explain what exactly the delete mechanic does, but just in case a few of you guys are new to it, deleting the opponent's Vanguard basically means it will be turned face down until the end of the opponent's next turn, and while the opponent's Vanguard is face down, it loses all of its power and effects. Of course, feel free to check out the Vanguard wiki for more detailed information about the mechanic. Second effect, on Vanguard, when this unit's attack hits a Vanguard, you can Soul Blast 1, choose one of your opponent's rear guards and bind it face down. So other than the deletion aspect of the deleters, this whole new face down binding is a new mechanic of their playstyle as well, as you guys will probably see later. Anyway, we are going on to the next grade 3 of this deck, which is going to be Aroma Tollbar Dragon. When this unit is placed on rear guard, you can counterblast 1 to choose one of your opponent's rear guards and bind it face down. So we've got more of that face down binding here, and this card as a non-deleter looks much more like the traditional Link Joker that most of the old Link Joker cards look like. I definitely would say that I think I prefer the typical Link Joker style compared to the deleter style. When placed on rear guard, if you have more rear guards than your opponent during this turn, this unit gets power plus 4k. On Vanguard and rear guard, if this unit's attack hits a Vanguard, you can Soul Blast 1, choose one of your opponent's rear guards and bind it face down. However, in the case where you were unable to do so, for example if your opponent has no rear guards, you can draw one card instead. So typical more of that binding, and also gains advantage if you use cards to bind your opponent first in order to reduce the amount of rear guards they have, and then follow up by calling it for the 4k boost. Now we have a Vanilla 2k, Bloating Deletor Geo. And that should be 4 copies of that, I'm assuming. Alright. And here we have another familiar looking retro style Link Joker, Big Gunner of the Cataclysmic Variable Star. On rearguard, this unit gets power plus 4k if your opponent's Vanguard is deleted, or if your opponent has face down cards in their bind zone. And that is a really powerful effect because the plus 4k is not just on your turn, it's going to be on your opponent's turn as well, so it gets that defensive boost. No wonder we get so little copies of it, and it's going to be very easy to fulfill that effect condition just by binding your opponent's cards. Anyway, next we have a grade 1 deleter, Ferment Deletor Gaia. On rearguard, at the end of a battle in which this unit attacked the Vanguard, you can retire this unit and discard one card from your hand. If you do, draw one card, choose one of your opponent's grade 1 or lower rear guards and bind it face down. So, I would say, not too big of a fan, but I guess it's kind of nice to change up the cards in your hand as well, and also just getting that bind off. So we are seeing really a lot of cards that are achieving the face down bind function in the trial deck. And next we have the Breaking Deletor Gatario. On Vanguard and Rearguard, if this unit attacks a Vanguard, if your opponent has 2 or less rear guards, during this battle this unit gets power plus 4k. So just benefiting off the reduction of the opponent's rear guard count by binding again. Then here we have the grade 1 perfect guard for Link Joker, Lone Wheel of the Galaxy Cosmo Chaplain. So 4 copies of that as expected, and then moving on to another grade 1, Cathode of Collapsed Magnotia. Similar to the Big Gunner we saw earlier, on rearguard this unit gets power plus 4k if your opponent's Vanguard is deleted or if there are face down cards in their bind zone. So effectively becoming a 10k base unit for a grade 1 is going to make quite a powerful boost. So I think that's going to be quite an important card, which is, if it does not get reprinted in other sets, I think the trial deck is going to be quite important to purchase in order to get that card, as well as the grade 2 Big Gunner. And now we are going on into the grade 0, starting off with a very malicious looking grade 0 starting Vanguard, Sprout Deletor Lucci. And now here we are going to check out the triggers for the V Series Link Joker, starting off with Asteroid Wolf for the critical trigger, very familiar looking card. I think I prefer the older artwork though for this one. And up next, what do we have here? Pulse Monk of the Quaking Foot. Alright, another critical trigger. After this should be the draw trigger, and we have Beloved Child of Super String Theory. So wow, I think I don't think these were the original Link Joker triggers for when they first appeared in the original V series, the original Vanguard series, because I don't really remember much of them. And finally, we have Lady Healer of the Torn World for the heal trigger. Yeah, I definitely don't remember using this card when Link Joker first came out during the Link Joker arc with all the brick rights and all. And finally here we have 3 copies of the Force gift marker with one featuring Docking Deletor Greion. So that'll be all for this trial deck opening. If you enjoyed this video, do give it a like and let me know what you guys think about the return of Link Joker in the V series in the comment section down below. And of course, don't forget to subscribe for more Vanguard V series product openings on the day of release. Our next release is going to be another new trial deck next month on February 14th, which will finally bring Bermuda Triangle into the Vanguard V series. And with that, hope to see you guys in the next Vanguard video.
Counting all the nights that never seem to turn to days. The tears that we cry just won't ever fade.